The professional touch. In this section, we'll talk about things that make your application look and work really well. We'll cover such things like introducing tutorial, using ViewPager and fragments, then about how to deploy to Google Play, and what are the tips for that. Then we'll continue with the Canvas and how to use Canvas to create customized views. Then we'll continue with payments and integrating analytics. We'll learn what's important to incorporate and track in the analytics. Then we'll move on to quick tiles, and finally we'll conclude with an overview and basics of marketing for your application. Creating intro tutorial with ViewPager and fragments. So first of all, why is it important to have a tutorial? Tutorial is a perfect place to introduce yourself, your application to the user, and tell a story, explain how to use the application and what will the user get out of it. In this case, we'll take a look at the page-based tutorial. It means that we'll just have a few messages in page-based user interface. So there'll be 3 pages, and we'll just tell something about the application. It doesn't matter really what. In the end, it's going to be up to you on your specific application to do the proper explanation. So let's take a look at the code. So here we have a tutorial activity, and it's our entry point to the tutorial. Inside it, we'll have a ViewPager. You can see it's here, ViewPager. It's basically a container that will contain the elements of our tutorial pages. So there's this ViewPager in our layout, and then inside of it there's pager title strip. It's used to display the title of the current page. So now let's take a look at those pages. So ViewPager works in a similar way like Recycler View or List View, that it has multiple elements that are constructed in some way inside of it. So for this construction, it's been taken care of by this step adapter. Again, it extends fragment state pager adapter, which is basically a fragment interface to use for the ViewPager. And here we have a list of pages that we will use to display for the user. So here we have a few pages. We call them tutorial step. So first of all, it's going to be hello step, then what to do step, and then the finalization step. It's something similar we've seen before. It's just a regular adapter, but the difference here is that we use this pages list with our tutorial steps. So now let's take a look. What is this tutorial step? And tutorial step is just a fragment. It has a very simple structure. So it's an abstract class, and inside of it there are a few subclasses that we actually initialize later in the ViewPager's adapter. Those classes have titles. We override this method, getTitle, and also they have a customized layout. So each of them has a unique layout. So if we go to the hello layout, we can take a look how it looks, and it's just saying welcome. Very simple. Just a text view, swipe to continue, a short explanation so the user doesn't get lost. And we do something similar with all the other steps as well. The final step that we call finish step is filled with a button. It basically contains a button that can be used to start the actual application, our main activity that we have developed before. And for this we have used, to do the binding and click event handling, we have used ButtonKnife library, as we have used before. And the rest is basically, you should be familiar with all the stuff. Well, we do some injection here to inject the settings class. We use settings class, it's a new one, to mark if the user has seen tutorial or not. And that's pretty much it. We have a ViewPager, a few steps that we initialize an adapter to control the state. So how does this application look like now? We can take a look in our emulator. There's this welcome message that we have just seen, and it just says swipe to continue. Well, and if we swipe, then the user will be shown another message. Well, explanation that in this application you can easily track the value of your portfolio. And then if the user continues, there's just a single button that, well, let's start using the app, and the application will start. That's it.